everybody, it's Dana Joy. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be sharing with you the Recollections Color Splash Watercolor Crayons. You can pick these up at Michael's, and I would have to tell you I am really liking these. They're very similar to the Tim Holtz Distress crayons, but these here have just a little bit of shimmer to them, and that's what I really like. So let me show you how quickly they come together and make a pretty card. So I'm just going to grab, this is just some Strathmore watercolor paper, and I'm just going to lay down some of my color. So I'm just going to kind of do it in a rainbow. So I'm going to start with the pink. I'm just going to add some of the orange. And this is just going to be a really quick, fun background. I'm going to add some of the yellow. And you really don't need to use a lot of these crayons because they come together just beautifully. I'm going to grab some of that gorgeous teal. And oh, by the way, you can crank these up just like the Tim Holtz markers. Recap that. We'll add some of this blue, which is just as pretty, and then we'll end up with the purple. So it's just going to be a cute little fun rainbow color card. Now what I like about using these crayons is they blend very well just with your finger, but I'm going to give you a tip. You could start rubbing like this, and you're really going to get that color to move just with your finger. I'm not having to use anything else but my finger. And I love this stuff. Absolutely love it. It smears on so beautifully. I'm going to start this way and then start from the pink. Now, if you're using watercolor paper, you are going to have some texture spots in there. But don't worry. I'm going to show you how you can kind of blend those out. So I'm just going to go ahead and blend in that orange. And then I'm going to use a new finger. Our world's best tools. I'm going to go ahead and layer down that yellow, and then I'm just going to go right into that teal. Isn't that gorgeous? And can you see the shimmer on that? And that right there is what I love. Now, if you want to blend this just a little bit more, I keep water right here on my desk. And all I do is I just grab a tad bit of water. I don't want much, but I can blend this out a little bit more because it's going to extend that color. Can you see it? It's going to make it a little bit lighter, but I'm really able to push that color around. So if you really want to have a lighter background, you can just use your fingers to spread out. Whoops. Let me clean my finger first before I make a mess. Let me get some of that up. Okay, so just make sure you use a clean finger. And you're really able to blend those colors out. I'm going to dip my finger in there. And can you see that orange really move? Oh my God, this stuff is just pure happiness. Then I'm going to spread that pink out a little bit more. And then you really don't see too much of the texture from your paper. I mean, how pretty is that? Like I said, I love the shimmer. I'm just going to dot some of that up a little bit. And I'm going to set this aside to dry. Now remember, I used watercolor paper. Next, I want to show you how it looks on mixed media paper. This is the Stratford rather mixed media paper. You can also use it on this paper. So let me show you. I'm going to go ahead and let's do some silver and gold. How about that? So we're going to have nice stripes. I am in love with this product, you guys. I don't know if I can say too much about it besides that it is a very cool product and less expensive. Now, a lot of people want to know, how does this compare to gelatos? One, I think the texture is a little bit different than gelatos. It's really creamy and not waxy. Can you see all of that shimmer on that gold? Oh my God. It's not waxy. It's more of a cream base, and it cleans off really easily. I'm just going to clean my hand off. I'm going to go back in with some of that silver. And then I'll go back in with that gold. So again, this is on just mixed media paper. And you see how pretty that glides on? I mean, can you see how gorgeous that is? Now, a little bit here, it's a little dry. So I'm just going to take my finger, just dab it. And then I can really get that silver color to move. I'm going to go ahead and blend that with the gold. I really think you guys ought to get your hands on some of this stuff. I think it's going to be the coolest thing you're going to be able to add back to your craft space. And this will work perfectly on mixed media projects. Just going to blend it out just a little bit more. And really adding the water just kind of pulls the color. That's all it's doing. It's just kind of like fading it out just a little bit. Extending how long you can use the product. All right, I'm just going to go a little bit more over this side and really pull out that color. And it ends up looking like a really nice wash, like watercolor wash. And again, you can see all of that fantastic shimmer. So let me just clean that side up. And you can just soak up some of them like you would normally do with watercoloring. You can just soak up some of the crayon. But look how beautiful and how easy it was to make some really cool colors. So just imagine if you did this several times over and actually made birthday cards with them, anniversaries cards. I mean, it's endless with this. And also, sometimes after I end up doing a watercoloring project, I want to add shimmer to it. So then I have to go to my shimmer sprays. With this here, you guys, you don't. Your shimmer is already in the product. So if you guys can get your hands again on these Recollections watercolor crayons, Color Splash, I am tongue-tied. The Recollections Color Splash watercolor crayons. That's a mouthful. I think you would think they are phenomenal. Now, of course, I have to turn these two backgrounds in the card. So you guys will end up seeing these backgrounds on the card really soon over at my blog. If you're not following, make sure you are. It's gotjoycreations.blogspot.com. I will see you guys soon. Have a fantastic day. Bye-bye.